Hello and welcome to oddsjet.com and our roundup of the outlier odds values to be found across Europe's top leagues next weekend. Now in a moment I'll use our exclusive premium bet finder tool to instantly show you the bets where the top paying bookie is offering significant outlier odds value relative to the middle of the market. Oddsjet.com has a unique format for super quick and private odds comparison. But comparing odds means very little if all the bookies have the same odds for all the results. The difference is our premium bet finder tool instantly shows you the bets where odds values really diverge in a big way, so you can actually find where the extra value might exist. So let's get started in England with the Premier League. Now you can find the premium bet finder tool near the top of your display, and if I slide it all the way up to 13% plus, we can see that there's 13% plus more value for an away win for Brighton at Etihad. The Seagulls are currently in 6th, just 2 points behind City, and are visiting a team who've lost their last 2 games. But Rodri is back after his suspension and they've never beaten City in Manchester. If you think they can take all 3 points here, then there's 13% plus more potential profit to be found at the top paying bookie compared to the medium bookie, aka the middle of the market. Now, if I slide the premium bet finder tool back down to 10% plus, we see 2 more potentially interesting results highlighted with draws at the Vitality and Stamford Bridge. The game between Bournemouth and Wolves has ended in a draw on 4 of the last 6 occasions, and with Wolves drawing 2 of the last 3 games and the Cherries only scoring points from draws so far this season, this game looks set for another one. At Stamford Bridge, Arsenal return to West London 9 places above Chelsea and having won 6 of the last 7 meetings. But Chelsea have finally started to win games, so if you think either of these games will end all square, then there's a significant divergence in value and therefore potential profit for these results. Now, let's head over to Spain and La Liga. As you can see, if I max out the premium bet finder at 15% plus, we see away wins for Athletic Bilbao and Cadiz highlighted. Atleti haven't beaten Barcelona at the Nou Camp since 2017, but they have won 5 of their first 9 games, and Barca have only won 1 of their last 3. Both Cadiz and Valencia are in the middle of tough runs, neither having won for over a month, but in this fixture last season, Cadiz escaped the Mestalla with a narrow 1-0 win. So if you think that either Athletic Bilbao or Cadiz can win, then there's at least 15% plus more potential value to be found between the top and middle bookies. Now, if I then drop the premium bet finder just 1 point to 14% plus, we see a home win for Sevilla highlighted. Sevilla are having a torrid start to the season, currently sitting in 14th with just 2 wins from their first 9 games. Their visitors Madrid are top of the league, having not lost in Seville since 2018. If you think Seville can take all 3 points, then there's 14% plus more profit to be found for bets on that to happen. Meanwhile, over in Italy and the world of Serie A, if we slide the premium bet finder tool up to 13% plus, then we can see that there's a divergence in value for a bet on an away win for Empoli. The Blues are languishing in the relegation zone with 6 defeats in 8 games and haven't beaten Fiorentina since 2017, but there has been some signs of hope more recently with them taking 4 points from their last 3 games. Can they inflict what would be only the 2nd defeat of the season on the Florentines? If you think they can, then there's 13% plus more potential profit to be made. Now, by sliding the premium bet finder tool back down to 11% plus, we see a draw at the San Siro highlighted. Just 2 points separate Milan and Juve at the top of the table, and if you think this match will end on as even, then there's 11% plus more potential profit to be made for that bet. Now, let's finally head to Germany and the Bundesliga. If we dial up the premium bet finder to 11% plus, we see some good potential value for either a win for Werder Bremen or a draw in the same game in Dortmund. Bremen are down in 14th, having taken just 3 points from their last 4 games and are visiting a Dortmund team yet to lose this season. However, Bremen have a good recent record at the Aduna Park, having drawn 2 of their last 4 visits and beaten Dortmund 3-2 in this fixture last season. If you think they can do it all again here and get either a win or a draw, then there's 11% plus more value for those bets. And finally, if we drop the premium bet finder down just 1 point to 10% plus, we see that there's some good potential profit for a bet on Wolfsburg beating Bayer Leverkusen at the Volkswagen Arena. Xabi Alonso's boys are top of the league, but Wolfsburg are a bit of a bogey team for Leverkusen, beating them 3 times in the last 3 years. And if you think they can do it again here, then there's 10% plus more value on that bet. So as you can see, there are plenty of potentially interesting results across Europe this weekend where there is compelling outlier odds value to be found. Be sure to smash a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, and tell us about any other leagues you'd like us to cover. Now, regulations prevent us from showing you which bookies have the top odds here for each result. So head on over to OCT.com to give the premium bet finder a try for yourself before you find the best odds for your results of interest. It's available on match odds for every league that we cover, plus plenty of popular outright winner markets too, where the outlier values can be even more significant. That's all for now, but as always, please play responsibly.